Alright, so you sort of just hoist up a bunch of rocks, kind of pile them up. Alright, so you guys are gonna do it inside your bedroom?
No, just out of it. Like, we're not going... Leku's in there.
Right by the rock.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, who's about to guys put rocks on the ground.
I mean, you want to watch? You want Todd to watch?
I don't care if Todd watches. Like, fuck Todd.
What, is Todd going to dob on us? Oh, I'm going to fucking Gary to cut 6 feet under. Before I realise.
And I'll start writing up a contract that says this is all, like, this is legal, and both people in the duel. It's a duel between wizards, and, you know.
We get the stamp of approval from the head of discipline and everything.
Nah, just scribble a word on it.
Now, question: do I have to win? Because I feel like, or what's the condition of this?
We'll see.
We'll see.
It's up to the judgment of all three, but I feel like the one who does the fighting gets the final say.
Yeah.
So.
Alright, so
standing upon the rock of judgment, we start chanting.
So, Gale, you're sort of just standing in front of Yertle and, like, getting ready to, like, get the fisticuffs, and then...
I, like, pull out this giant blunt thing.
Hot box.
It is.
Yeah, it's a metaphorical
it's
hot box as well. It's an
there's
opening.
no wall. There's no wall. Just
go
go to the bathroom real quick. Right? Go to the bathroom. The bathroom is a pretty small room.
Yes. Yes.
Go to the bathroom, hot box in there, and then come back out to this ring and then fight.
Oh. Okay, so this is the thing that we're doing.
This is happening.
What the fuck are we doing?
If you want in, you have to do
so
this.
I need to light this entire thing and just sit there?
Yeah.
Yep.
No, you need to, like, try puff it out.
You have to be in the presence of it.
Gale, Constitution check.
Do I get advantage or no?
You do not get advantage.
Can I, outside the bathroom, be playing very, like, psychedelic jazz music on my saxophone?
Yeah, move them to the bathroom. Move them to the bathroom.
Ah, God.
That's some good sax.
That's some great sax.
I end it all with the Baker Street fucking...
sax.
Gotta end it with the Baker Street sax bit.
I guess I'll probably...
Gale, you come back out to the circle, feeling pretty out of it.
I mean, guess I'm cool.
It feels good, but you're not doing great. So
He's mellow.
you're like your reaction time is gonna take a little bit of a hit. So you're gonna have disadvantage on dexterity checks and saves.
Can I just say this is one of the weirdest fucking things I've ever done in D&D?
No, I think I'm there with you, man.
We just hotboxed a 15-year-old and having him fight.
This isn't the weirdest thing for me.
Yeah, but your world's fucked up, man.
Hey,
Yeah.
I'm not wrong. I mean, I'm not wrong when I say it's not the weirdest thing.
I'll be back. I need to get batteries to work.
Yeah, you need to read that. Yeah, I was gonna just adjust the number to 9. But yeah, no, because I just advantage. I rolled it twice.
This game's just a mess.
I mean, I go.
Alright, so
I have a fox with a
Gale,
sweater.
you get tackled by a tiger.
Oh, God.
You guys are just chanting, and Todd is just
Playing
not
saxophone,
paying any
and it's just, you know.
Okay.
Why is this a thing?
I am back with batteries to see if I can get my side.
Well, I'm being mauled by a tiger.
Not exactly yet, because I'm gonna need to roll
It's the
stuff.
blue sky.
But it's so good at the same time. This was the best idea that we've ever had, ever.
Yeah, like, I think our characters are gonna remember this for fucking ever.
Oh, yeah.
The next person who joins the door, boys, can they just like
Oh,
just get in?
yeah,
that's
we're just doing this to fuck with Gale.
My password is not working. But I restarted my computer so it could. I got my shit working. I can do it.
All right, good.
Yeah,
I can fight. Just let me just scroll over.
Gale is gonna hate you all for this afterwards, but he really wants to be accepted by people.
Let's get in the gang.
the gang is kind of just metaphorical as well. We're kind of just doing it because it's funny to us.
Yeah.
Like, it's not even a real thing. It's just because it's funny.
He just wants to feel it.
Like, we're honestly just friends.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, he does. I don't think
We're just hanging out together, and we just have this like quote unquote gang that we have, but it's like not real. But
You're still gonna join like the safety patrol and like
Yeah.
but,
have like an
everyone,
illicit deal.
like everyone thinks that we're in a gang because we're always hanging out together and doing like really terrible things. So we're just running with it.
You guys might as well be a gang.
All right, Yurtle, make your first attack.
I mean,
Yeah.
we're
Ooh,
15.
wait, shouldn't I roll initiative?
Yeah,
I just put you're gonna go before Gale because he was high, so I just put you as a
He was
at the end of the last fight.
But then I got high.
Okay.
Let's just go and roll the attack.
No.
No,
Alright.
what's your AC? The fuck?
18. Also, a tiger is +3.
What?
+5 to hit.
No, it's +5. It's +3 to damage. Sorry, reading wrong.
Okay, and he's got the leather broomball armor, so that doesn't hit.
Yeah.
All right, Gale, you're up.
For fuck's sake, the fact that he agreed to this is hilariously stupid.
The Ring of Fire.
Yeah, I'll hit him.
Ring of Fire.
I'll hit him hard immediately if I can. Does that hit a tiger?
I think.
Yeah, that just hits.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh yeah, so this
Thank
tiger
you, Mr.
pounces
Gale.
you, and you just kind of like crock it in the jaw, and like the radiant damage kind of like just sends him like spiraling backwards. Yurtle, you're up.
The Ring
I'll
of
move
Fire.
back towards him and attack again.
You should just try pouncing. Just keep moving back and forth.
I don't think there's enough room to pounce him if he
You
stays
can
in.
Yeah, no,
leave
there
the
is.
Ring of Fire. Like, it's not on fire.
It could be
And
on.
I will be nice and stick within nice boundaries.
Okay, yeah, you whack him. Yurtle's on his last leg now. You successfully
That's
like
what we
boxed a
make him
tiger.
I mean, I do have like 3 healing words left, so I could just prolong this. But
Yeah, no, Gale was eventually gonna.
Actually, I can
Yeah.
do this too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Gale was gonna lose. I feel like
So
I know
bonus
this.
action, I'm going to do the 1d8 healing.
I like to imagine by this point Dante and Julian are like sitting on the other side of the
Shit.
rock, just talking to each other.
Get 1 extra
You're just
health.
having a lovely conversation.
Yeah.
Uh,
It's like, so both your
No,
parents magical?
I'm-
Or is you just
No, not really.
since that was a bonus action,
Me
I'll just
neither.
do a normal
It's funky.
swipe at him with a claw and manage to miss.
Hmm. When did you first realize you were magical? How that all happen?
It was interesting. Let's say that.
It always
So he
is.
pops me back into, like, normal form.
Yeah, Gale just
On my
punches
turn?
you and he just sends you sprawling into turtle form.
I'm going to give him a big smirk and thumbs up like it was going good and turn back into a tiger as a bonus action.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. Well,
Like, this is going
Mr.
great. Like, types thumbs up and that, and then turns back into a fucking tiger.
oh, come on. Okay, if you can do this infinitely, I concede now.
Wait, you're gonna turn into a tiger
Okay,
again?
Yeah, because I can do it as a bonus action. I'm
He's
going
two
to look
wild
at him and
shapes per
see if
day.
he does concede. Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
too wild shapes.
Yeah, doesn't know this. He's gonna down you one more time, and if you turn it into a third time, he's instantly
Can we
conceding.
please not? We've used so much time.
Fine.
I've enjoyed the tiger fight, but I don't want an infinite, especially because it's going to go up on YouTube. I don't want two infinitely long tiger
it
fights.
would be heavily edited.
I think this one's fine.
we turn around just see Yodel there. It's like, oh shit, crap, we gotta.
How'd it
Don't
go?
it's a...
It went well.
Good.
He succeeds
Gale.
on my vote.
You're in.
Yeah, congratulations.
job.
I'm going to bed.
Is it me or does
No
Yordle still
longer
have
a doorknob.
Is it me or does Yordle still have a tiger head? Is that just me?
That's just
That's
you.
just you.
It'll wear off in a
That's
minute.
because I accidentally put the wrong herb in there with the in the Atomica.
Why do you do this? I can't.
It was an accidental slip up.
Alright, so
No,
Gale's,
I'm
Gale's in with the boys now.
Good night,
The
guys. I'm going
hallucination
to bed.
will end within an hour.
It's like
so
well into the night now.
Yeah.
I'm so tempted to have Gale high just flip Todd off the hammock. But no.
He's feeling all macho. He's part of the boys now. We got
Well, he
his
just
back,
punched
so if he
him.
messes with us.
Well, he just boxed a tiger.
Yeah. That's pretty hardcore.
Oh shit, Miriam. Where have you been all
Also,
night?
Miriam's just kind of walking in.
Yeah, just ignoring the whole smoke scene.
I'm slightly bloody.
You've been in
And
the library all day?
Oh yeah. Gale, I'll give
And
you a pat on the
slightly
back
higher
for
base.
I'm pretty sure you heal me to max no matter what. I only lost 4 HP.
yeah, I don't care. Well, no, I can heal under.
Well, he's about to do a
Yeah,
long
no.
rest, right? So, I mean,
Yeah.
I mean, we're still
Might as
same
well
thing
just
with
give
this
him a
stuff.
pat.
Who knows? We could be assaulting the net.
Mr. Blue.
So I give you a
Yeah,
pat on the
no,
back.
you literally couldn't have healed me. Oh, well, thank you. Gale is gonna hate his head tomorrow.
Yeah,
Oh,
is
probably
Miriam
will.
just arriving now?
I'm not saying anything. No.
Okay.
So you guys all go to bed?
Yeah.
Alright.
I mean, I asked what Miriam was up to if she just showed up at this hour, but
Yeah, she says, oh, I was at the library, just studying.
Gale, right before he goes to sleep, is gonna try and lift the sword up again, just completely die for no
King
good reason.
Arthur now. Part of the boys thinks he can lift up a sword.
He's also
Yeah.
high as fuck, and he doesn't.
Yeah.
He doesn't remember why he can't lift a sword.
Good night, Miriam.
Alright, you go to, she says, good night. And she sort of takes, she's got like a big stack of books with her and she goes upstairs to her room.
You need a hand with that? You're right. Alright.
So Gale, you go to pick up the sword and it doesn't move.
What the? I can't be bothered anymore. I'm gonna go to sleep. And he's actually just gonna collapse on this beanbag.
well,
Joe collapses on the couch.
Gale wraps his hand around a sword on the mantle, goes, what? And then just collapses onto a beanbag.
Yep.
We're never doing this
Wait,
initiation on anyone else.
Oh, that was weird.
What?
I need to refine it a bit.
That was fun.
Maybe just
Yeah,
a normal
I can find that.
conversation.
That was fun. I'm never do. I'm not doing
Alright,
that first bit again. I will do that second bit again.
Night turns to day again.
Wait, okay, so since we're so close to leveling up, do we level up over this night? I'm just curious.
Over the tiger fight that only Gale had.
You're
It would
not.
be like me and Gale when you get the XP button.
I want the level.
Well,
Okay,
curious.
Yertle and Gale, you both get 5 XP.
Nice.
Julian
nice.
and Dante, you get 1 XP for watching.
Oh, bazinga. Easy.
Solid.
That's
And
gonna
then
make a
Leslie, you
difference.
just get 1 XP
26.
just because why not?
Hey, you can beat yourself up.
One pity XP.
And Leku gets
Piper
none.
gets none.
Nothing.
I
Leku
think
gets learning.
I think I am literally going to kill Piper as lazy.
I think I would also give Leku just 5 XP. Why not?
Well, he's been doing productive things
Yeah,
like
he's actually been
studying.
practicing magic.
We're sitting out on a rock encouraging violence.
Gale,
that
you
wasn't-
wake up in the morning, passed out on a sleeping bag with Elliot like kicking you, just saying,
Does my
Get
head
up.
burn?
"Get up,
Okay. Yeah,
get
yeah.
up,
He's
Get
gonna
up.
stand up.
get up, get up." Like he says, "Get up" 2 more times after you stand up, and then he waddles in between the couch and the beanbag chair, kind of trips, and then catches himself, and then starts to head up the stairs.
I have to ask, why would you ever do that to yourself with the blunts? I swore I fought a tiger yesterday, but that makes no sense.
He says, "Dude, I fight tigers every day."
I fight every day.
Holy shit, man.
Nothing but good conversations start with that sentence. So he goes up the stairs. He knocks on all the doors. Tries to gather all the freshmen.
Oh,
And
yeah.
heads back downstairs.
Back in town.
There's no Alesia in this group of freshmen, and then there's also no Oliver and no Olivia.
Oh.
Oh. Where'd they go?
I seem to be missing people.
Elliot
Are they
says,
secretly crops?
"Cool."
Cool.
What's
What
on
are we doing
what's
today,
on the agenda?
Elliot says to Yertle, he says, "Crubs only get picked sort of. There's not a time for. If you're gonna get crubbed, it's gonna take a while."
What?
The crab got them?
He says, "I hope none of you guys get crubbed. Being crubbed sucks."
They're not getting any more crops if they're getting crabs.
He says, "Are we talking about the same thing?"
Don't know. We'll find out later this week. I'll shoot him a smile with that and a wink.
He shrugs, like, just goes like, and then starts walking out the door. He says, "All right, so today for your shit. What's today?
Wednesday.
Today's Thursday.
I thought it was Wednesday.
It's Thursday.
Today's Thursday.
It's Wednesday.
I thought yesterday was Tuesday.
Monday you guys had defense and flying. Tuesday you had magical creatures and charms.
It is
Wednesday,
Thursday. I'm
and
retarded.
botany. And then Thursday is history. And it says you have history in the morning, and then you have divination or arts and crafts in the
Oh,
afternoon.
yeah.
But if you have both,
Arts
I
and
don't.
crafts.
but what if?
Hell yeah.
No one has
Hey,
both.
drop this.
No, that's both.
Doesn't Julie?
No, I didn't take arts and crafts.
Oh.
Yes, I shouldn't.
Okay.
He was an enthusiast of it existing, but he didn't take it.
Huh.
He's
Uh,
fake. Fake news.
Fake
I don't know
Julian
that
is
much.
fake news.
Hey, I'll be the student councillor one day. You watch your lip.
We'll
All
back
right.
you up, boy.
Doesn't put you above God.
Yeah, it does.
It
Student
will.
councillor, man.
Trust us.
Not when he's got 2 dirty cops on the inside.
Yeah, you know nothing, Jon Snow.
We are the government.
He's got 2 dirty angels.
Yeah, on one shoulder it's like, yeah, do it. The other one's like, yeah, you should definitely do it.
Definitely do it.
All right, so does Alesia come to breakfast?
So we're missing Oliver and Alesia, aren't we?
Yeah, actually, I want
And
to. I
Oliver.
kind of want to just be sitting by the side of the road, like on the way there, just playing like
Side
some,
of the road.
just playing some like southern music on my guitar.
You like
Like
eat
it's a
some of the
totally normal day.
students?
The way you go back to the campus.
All right, so you guys kind of the troop of freshmen just kind of picks a Leslie up as you guys head to history class after breakfast. So you guys head into the room of Mr. Xanazex, and he's up there in front of the room. I think all of you have met him by now.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Zanny boy.
This is going to be the best class ever.
He
Yeah.
says,
Oh, no,
"Hey everybody, welcome to history class." And he sort of
Howdy.
winks at you all, and he says,
Hell yeah.
Woo!
I turn around and look at like the missing people. Like, what?
he says, "Today we're gonna have a super fun little day history class. Hope you're all excited."
Woo.
Chuckles to himself. He says, "All right, so my name is Mr. Xanazex. I'll be your history teacher for the entirety of the year, hopefully." And he winks.
The
And he
threat.
says, "I hope not."
Is that a threat to turn against himself?
Yeah, I'm getting fired.
You
Oh,
fired.
that's good. He says, "I'll also occasionally drop into arts and crafts because I am the enchantment specialist for the school. So any y'all looking around some insane wizardings, hit me up."
I want a magic sword and I want to bring a golem to life.
Hey, Gale, that's my
he says-
job.
"Don't we all?" And he nudges your desk.
Wait,
He says,
golems
"No,
and
today-
they play golem?
I want
He says, "Today we're going to be learning about
my room.
So we're gonna be learning about
Yurtle was talking. Okay, so yeah, he says, "Today we're going to be learning about the awakening. You know, the big old bang that started it all. Am I right, guys? All right.
One day.
Wait, what?
So as you guys know, planet Earth kind of sucked a little bit for a while until," and he does like a little drum roll on his thighs. He says,
I start doing a
"The
little table.
awakening happened."
And we all know what that is.
He says, "Of course."
Shit.
Hey, of course, yes.
Julian, you would know what the awakening is, and if you know,
Okay, good.
you're a wizard. The only person who
Yeah,
wouldn't,
wizard
the
Harry.
only people who might not have heard of the awakening are Leku and Gale. Everyone else would kind of know what it is.
Like who is relevant to this situation?
I'd say that's still high enough.
Okay, so Mr. Xanazex basically goes into like detail of like all the campaign information I've already dumped on you guys about like
Just up to us with just dumps it on us.
yeah, just physically with like a dump truck. No,
I'm just gonna be writing down everything he says.
yes, no, he goes into detail about the awakening and like how different races started to like sort of shift and bleed in from other planes of existence, and like how elves started becoming a thing, and like things from the plane of fire sort of came to be. And then he mainly jumps into talking about the history of an event called the Awakened War, which he sort of writes really big on the chalkboard. And just as the night carries on, my voice is starting to kill me, so I'm going to not do the Xanazex voice. But just he starts talking about how years ago, sort of after the Awakening, sort of in like the sort of a mid-Asian Asian region, sort of like Russia, China territory, there started to be a spring of attacks by monsters, and like monster attacks were sort of happening all over the world at this point. But these seemed to like they seemed stronger than other monsters or like that kind of nature of thing. And the attacks slowly started spreading across like all of Russia and China, and they started like conquering places as opposed to the like just normal animalistic attacks that other monsters were doing. and basically a bunch of like tieflings and fire elementals and other kinds of like other horrific creatures that like people had never really seen before were like amassing territory, and were like beating literally anything that could like possibly stand against them, and only a combined force of like literally all of the new races and like existing people. And then also this was the only conflict in which wizards got involved. They kind of drove back like the force, and then that kind of like left off just like a divided nation of the Empire of Judao, which is where Piper and then also Mr. Zen is. And he kind of just jots us all down on the board, going through like the information of like the history of the world and stuff. And after going through all that, he turns around and he says, "Any questions?"
Question: why are you so peaceful if all tieflings were like beating the shit out of people and fire elementals? And like
He says, "Well, while the nation was started on some kind of some might say shifty grounds, since then we've maintained a relatively peaceful relationship with other people. But they don't really let people out of the Empire, so I only got out because I'm a wizard." And he sort of like does a little like when you like stick your pinky and your thumb out, you like wiggle your hands back and forth. He does that.
Gnarly.
Yeah, that.
Don't get anyone else out. You should teleport like your crew.
So,
He says,
Well, yeah, we're just gonna slow him down.
it's a little bit complicated.
Wait, so you were in the Empire? What's it like?
He says, we might delve further into that in another lesson, but just for the shorthand, it took some development, but now it's just more to like a very secluded and kind of shitty nation.
Lucky raises his hand.
Yeah, you in the front.
So monster attacks were a common occurrence around the world?
He says, "Oh, most certainly, all across the entire Earth, really. Most likely in Africa, where sort of they kind of just run around like they please. But there are efforts being made."
Efforts.
Okay, so Gale, not realizing that he's being an idiot, he's gonna ask, so is there any portals to the, and he's gonna say plane of fire and primordial.
He kind of raises an eyebrow at you, and he says, "Well, in the Empire of Judao, things are kind of very interconnected with the plane of fire over there. But I don't know about anything specific or anything."
Wait, so he understood if he said plane of
Speak
fire?
English!
He understood what you said, yeah.
Yeah, he's a tiefling, why wouldn't he?
Well, primordial isn't exactly a tiefling
He's
language.
a history dude.
Well, if he's from the plane of fire...
Wait. Portals to other places? What?
He says, "Oh, we got a little bit of a greenweed over here. So the entire point of the awakening, what happened was that a bunch of other planes of existence just kind of like stopped being separate planes and kind of overlapped for a little bit. And because of that, the Earth was sort of blessed with magic and races and all these different kinds of monsters."
I thought he said racism.
Well, probably also.
It was blessed with
Like, there
racism.
probably was
He
a bit
says,
of that.
"Well, we were blessed with a lot more racism than we were previously accustomed to, but that's kind of sort of..."
We talking like 1800s South America here?
What?
He says,
South America.
Levels of racism?
well,
I
just
think it's
Southern
South
America, not South
Yeah.
America. He says,
But-
I don't think that dwarves were like forced to raise cotton or anything, but things got pretty bad in some places."
Cool.
He kind of slumps in his chair like he's just been hit by a fucking, like, knowledge bomb. Like, there's other realms out there. Like, he had no idea.
He says, "Oh yeah, our world is one of many, and some of the other ones are pretty crazy, not gonna lie."
I think you're gonna break him.
And other
Yeah,
creatures
going,
come from
like,
there? Like those weird ass, the Rusty Boys?
His shell.
They're from other places?
He says, "This boy right here," and he points at himself. He says, "I'm from a plane of fire myself."
Holy shit!
Hey, genuine question. What's shit? Bleh. I was gonna say something. Oh yeah, why isn't there more technology in the other planes or whatever these like phones and stuff?
He says, well, I should probably tell everybody this at this point. It's not really in my lesson plan, but might as well just get out of the way. There's a certain code of conduct we wizards have to uphold. Wizards are sort of a segregated, not secluded organization. We don't really like to let people in on our secrets, and so we kind of like to let the material plane stay the same. And we don't really allow a lot of transport of things in between places because there just aren't a lot of portals to open in different places. We like to keep everything sort of where it belongs.
I want to see an air elemental industrial revolution.
I mean, we might do that. That's where I'm from. That would be fun.
You gotta hook me up, fam. I want to get that place. I just want to see the chaos one day.
Is there any weird, cool portals to other places around here? Are we going to go to a different place in class?
He says, Svinder's Academy is very well protected against any dimensional intrusions. No one's going to leave or get out, come in here through any sort of planar shifts.
Is it its own dimension?
He shakes his head. He says, it's not in a pocket dimension or anything, although such things exist. But we're just in a safely guarded location, and we have a lot of very heavy wards placed, so that way nothing angry can come from any other dimensions to mess with our students.
Wait. So are you saying if some evil, gigantic monster comes out of the forest, we're all fucked because we can't teleport out?
Well, he said can't come in, not can't go out.
You also said can't come out.
He says, well, we don't have any gigantic evil monsters hidden in our forest that could kill us all.
Yeah.
Until you do.
That might change.
He says, but no, we couldn't teleport to another plane of existence, but we could leave the school if it was unsafe.
Okay.
Well, it's a school of wizards. The creature's fucked up.
You've done fucked up.
Yeah.
Are there like creatures that we know that or instances in history where magic is not very effective? That's actually a good question.
Well, what do you mean?
Because you're from another plane. I don't know. Wizards do something and then it just doesn't seem to work. Say they fuck up the weave or something. I don't know.
He says nothing catastrophic, but I mean, shit happens.
Okay.
Where did orcs come from and why do they look so ugly?
Okay, that second one is rude.
I stifle a snicker.
Alright, very, Gar shoots you a look as you ask this, and he says, Stanizek says, orcs mainly inhabit Africa. They come from various legends of their origins.
Nova Scotia.
I'm just gonna look at Guard. Do you know?
Do you know?
And Gar just glares at you.
What?
And
I'm going
Zenizek
to
says,
put my head out of my shell and be like, can you send me back to home?
Take me home.
Oh shit, we got African.
My head back. Puts my head back into my shell after saying that. Just like,
Wait, I have a question then. Are the orcs the reason why there's no imperialism in Africa?
Oh my god, Elysia. What the
hell's imperialism?
He says, so there are a lot of problems in the sort of wildlands of Africa with orcish clans sort of just not making a lot of friends down there, to say the least. But I'm sure that our half-orc friend Gar here is not very involved with anything like that.
I'm not saying he is. I was just wondering why the hell there ain't imperialism down there.
Oh my god, Elysia.
Zenizek shrugs.
And
with that, looks like it's lunchtime.
So, how many other places are there?
He says, there's tons.
How many is tons?
There's Feywild, there's the Shadowfell, there are all the mental planes. Then when you get past there, things get wacky.
Hey, Mister.
Things get zany.
So I guess everyone's leaving.
Yeah, so Todd waddles out. Piper sort of follows.
I'm just gonna ask Mr. Zandex a question. Hey, okay, so I looked for books and how I said the Plane of Fire, and I was wondering why there aren't any in this academy, as far as I can see.
He races
Like,
an
no
eyebrow.
bad thing.
What?
Like, he's gonna say, hey, like, I'm just curious why there aren't any books in Primordial. Because, I don't know, this is magic school, shouldn't there be? Isn't that like
He says, well,
thing?
I'm not sure how much we really involve ourselves with that. I mean, there might be something in the library. There might be... I don't know. I've never looked around. I think there are a couple of books in the Forbidden section about Primordial, but that's just because it's nothing you need to worry about. We don't really want our students opening planar gates in our school because we have so much defenses against such a thing happening.
Okay. I'm going to be completely honest. When it comes to planar gates, I'm a bit familiar, and I might have a problem with that. Just establishing this now. I won't try to, but I have no idea what will happen. So
He says, listen,
Yeah.
kid. I know what you're talking about, but listen here. If you want to stay at this school, you'll stay out of the forbidden section of the library.
Oh, of course. Yeah, I'm not going unless I get permission. Yeah.
He says, but no, if you get permission to go into the forbidden section for a specific book about opening planar gates, then be my guest. But until that happens, you're shit out of luck.
Oh yeah, no. Of course, I'm not trying to. I'm more just actually saying I actually think I might have a problem. There might be a problem with that. I'm not sure.
Gale's
What do you
gonna
mean-
kill
what
the
do you mean a
school.
problem?
Oh, never mind. I'm not gonna try and open one. It's just planes are weird.
What? You
I
could,
know.
what?
I can't really open them. I just fell through one to end up here. That was completely not my intention. So I'm more just, questioning how not to do that.
You can actually stumble across them, right? You just
I mean, it wasn't exactly no, it's a long story. But yeah, thank you, Mr. Zandex. Sorry about that. I was just
Gives you
more
a very
curious about why there was-
confused and strange look, and you just sort of walk away.
Bye.
All right, the rest of you leave.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I'll get out of my shell. Walk.
All right.
wait.
So,
I want to ask if he's doing anything after the
Leku
class.
has questions.
Yeah.
yes.
Leku has questions for the teacher. Though he'd probably wait for everyone to leave.
I just asked if he's heading to the library.
Who's going to the library?
I'm asking if Xanax is going to be at the library.
He says, yeah, I'm always in the library. I'm going to head there after you guys all go to the classroom. And I'm there literally whenever I'm not in this room.
Okay, might see you in
Or
there.
in the
Might see you in
arcade.
He nods. He says, can't wait, man.
there. Me neither.
Leku will wait until everyone's out of the room. Sir,
Yeah.
two questions. One can wait for when you're at the library, but has a student of the description, and Leku's going to recall the girl that walked into the forbidden room and explain the description of her, has someone of that description been allowed into the forbidden room?
Itch.
He says, Oh yeah, Miranda. She's part of the Grub Club. I was getting a book for her yesterday.
I thought so. Okay, well, I'll see you at the library then. Have a nice day.
He nods and he kind of follows you out because he's also just heading there. All right.
Just confirming suspicions, but yeah.
And I know I rolled a 23 for this before, but I'm just gonna, while I'm here, genuinely look for a single book in Primordial.
You already did, man.
Well, I know he's gonna look a bit. I mean, is there? Actually, yeah, that's what I already looked with the 23. I'm gonna look about anything that has to do with the other planes. Then, I guess that would be more relevant.